A few Indian cricketers have tested positive for COVID-19 ahead of the IPL, 2 while in quarantine and in team hotels and 1 at his home. In Mumbai, a member of CSK staff and ground staff at the Wankhede Stadium, 2 returned positive tests along with some members of IPL's event management team. This when Mumbai reported over 11,000 positive cases on Sunday, and the CM continues to sound warnings that the city is on the brink of a strict lockdown. The BCCI, though, are confident that the 10 matches scheduled for Mumbai till 25th April will go ahead as planned. But that's when you ask, right? Why? What is the need to have an IPL in the middle of what is definitely the second wave of COVID-19 in India? Probably even more dangerous than the first, with the many variants and the drastically rising number of cases every day. The answer? For a minute, just forget all the big salaries that the IPL players will make and the profits that the BCCI makes, and think of the ground staff across stadiums in India who got minimal salaries after almost the entire of the last cricket season was wiped out due to COVID-19 and IPL went to the UAE. Think about the umpires and statisticians and the many people who depend solely on cricket for their livelihood. Why should their incomes be affected once again when the rest of the country is back to work in full force? And I say this because it's very important to also point out that everyone associated with the IPL is in fact possibly among the safest in the country, with the bio bubble created by the BCCI following the most stringent testing and safety protocols. Think of the bubble as the most heavily guarded area, guarded against the virus due to the strict protocols and rules in place. And there's actually a whole 3-step process to enter the bio bubble. Testing protocols kick in even before players leave their hometowns. Then there's a 7-day compulsory quarantine in the team hotel that involves a test almost every alternate day, and only after you pass all these checkposts do you enter the bio bubble. Once in the bubble, an individual remains there till the end of their IPL. No player or official or ground staff goes out for lunches or dinners, and there is zero interaction with anyone who's not part of the bubble. Here as well, testing continues through the season, in fact almost every second day. Now, each of the 8 teams and the broadcast teams and the officials and the ground staff and even the drivers of the buses that the teams travel in, they all have to undergo this testing process, and all are staying in separate bio bubbles. The area of the hotel they stay in has been cordoned off from the rest of the public, and even the lift access is limited to just the teams. The staff at the hotel is also in the bio bubble, with them having made a commitment to not leave and re-enter till the teams have left the hotels. Now, does that not sound like one of the safest places to be in during such times? As an example, let me take you through the cases of the people who tested positive before the IPL and how the bio bubble rules helped avert a spread. KKR's Nitish Rana tested negative before flying into Mumbai to join the team. When he entered the team's hotel and went into his 7-day compulsory quarantine, he was tested on the 2nd day, and this time he came positive. There had been no interaction with the team since he had gone straight into quarantine after landing according to the rules, and COVID was detected when he was already spending 7 days alone in his room. With Devdutt Padikkal, he tested positive while taking a test at his home that he was required to do before he would leave for the team's camp. Akshar Patel tested negative before leaving for Mumbai, and then also in the first test at his hotel. It was only in his second test that the result was positive, and he's now gone into an extended 12-day quarantine and will return 2 negative tests before being allowed to join his team. The cases of the ground staff at the Wankhede Stadium testing positive, or even the event management team, the bio bubble too has levels. Even brothers Sam Curran and Tom Curran can't be in close contact, and definitely not maskless. Same with the ground staff. Everyone goes about their work in their own bubble of the IPL. So why should the IPL not continue if safety of the people involved is pretty much looking like a priority, and there's very little chance of anyone associated with the league actually going out of the bubble and spreading the virus if they do turn up positive?